Okay, I'm going to walk you through how I'm looking at properties to evaluate them for whether or not they'd be good to build a compound on. Okay, so we have the spreadsheet which lists several properties that me and my family are working on. Okay, and we're going to look at this one in Trout Lake, Washington. And first we go to the Zillow link, which is right here. And it looks like a cool riverfront property, 80 acres. And it's hard to tell exactly where the property is, but it looks steep, but there are some south-facing hillsides right next to the river, forested, which is nice. And it says 80-acre parcel. Much of the land is steep and timbered. Some have been logged and reforested. South-facing slopes, newer gravel road. Okay, so then we actually have to find out kind of where it is. So I look first on Google Maps and type in the address, and it says it's right here, but the pictures show that it's on the White Salmon River, which I think is over here. And if you type in Trout Lake, you'll see that the municipality of Trout Lake looks like it only goes here. So I think it's safe to assume that the property's outside of the city limits. So the jurisdiction would be the county, which means that the building restrictions would be lower usually. And then I use a tool called Outside Analytics, which is an awesome tool we've been using on the van trip to figure out where Forest Service land is. And I'll zoom out here, and you can see the Trout Lake city is up here, and down here is where I think the land is, the property is. And I have the land layer on, the land type, and you can click these different pieces to see what it is. Department of Natural Resources, so state managed land. And then over here is the reservation. It's a massive reservation that goes the Yakima Indian Reservation. So that's pretty close to the land, but just something to be aware of. We're really hoping to find a piece that borders federal, like Forest Service or wilderness area. But you can also look down here, which is the Hood River area. Okay, so that looks neat. Oh, this is the Mount Adams Wilderness area, is pretty close. But this Outside Analytics tool is really great. Then I'll just Google the town to see what the town's like and look at the Wikipedia page. And here it gives you some weather, some of the demographics. And then here's an interesting one that shows the community site. So here you can see what the community site, and I couldn't find one for the city. So this might be, there might not even be a incorporated city. I didn't find out. But there are some events. Oh, community council. Okay. And then I'll look at WeatherSpark to see what the weather is. And I couldn't find Trout Lake in here, but Hood River is really close by. And this is the summary infographic that tells you, in January, February, it's 80% overcast. And then you get into some hot and warm weather in the summer. And you're getting 8 inches of rain a month, I believe, in the winter months, and pretty dry in the summer months. Here, during the day, it's cold at night in the winter, but doesn't look like it's freezing. And then in the summers, it's cool in the evening and warm in the day. There's just a bunch of good graphics to see what the weather would be like, and then you can compare it to cities that to get a sense of what it would be like. This is much cloudier than I'm used to, but with rain, you can grow a bunch of stuff. Not much snowfall. Anyway, okay, and then I'll check the internet connections because we want to be able to work productively from here. So here, if we look at Trout Lake, and the property is down by the river, which is down here. So you can look that there are 2 cable providers. and satellite is a backup, but 2 cable providers, which means we could probably get good internet for a good number of people. So, and then I'll go back and I'll update the spreadsheet and slowly go through these properties that have been suggested by the group. Hope that helps.